earlier we were talking with the generation that knew him, that grew up with him, but now we're talking with the next generation. Introduce yourself, everybody.
My name is Allah Man. Most people know me as A Man, and Preme is family to me, man. Always been, always will be.
You know what? Let's talk about what he did, because earlier off camera you mentioned that he was a role model to you. Why did you choose Preme as a role model? How did he wind up taking that title?
Pretty much when I was young, I was like heavily into music, doing rap, and I was making a buzz in the community, and he heard about me. Him and my uncle was like best friends. They grew up together. So once he got the news that I was doing music, he came to see me, spoke to me, told me he could help me out because he was actually in the music industry doing business at that time. And it was from that point that he began to manage me. So he would come check up on me every once in a while, make sure I was staying out of trouble. He would have me come up to the shop. He used to run a shop up by the Coliseum on Jamaica Avenue, and it was just a print shop, you know. And he was doing a lot of positive things for the community at that time, and pretty much I looked up to him. My future was in his hands. I believed in him, and I loved him. You know, he was my family, and you know, I miss him. You know, straight up, real talk.
You know, what do you say to the individuals that want to paint a different picture about Preme?
Listen, Preme. When Preme was on the streets, the last time, he was doing everything positive and righteous. He wasn't doing nothing negative in the streets. He was trying to change his life around and do a lot of positive things for the community. He put out a movie. He was actually going to let me be in the movie, but at that time, I think they already had the cast set. So he was just trying to take what he's seen on the street and turn it into something positive. And, you know, that got taken from him. You know what I'm saying? And I just want the people out there to know, like, at the end of the day, don't try to take something positive that a person is trying to do in life and reverse it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not cool, man. Preme was like, he was like the father out here to all the young cats coming up, man. We needed him in the streets, and we still do.
You know what? Another brother earlier said that he was a political prisoner and that he was a freedom fighter. What do you say to that? Like, what are some of the examples that you might remember as far as Preme being that freedom fighter, standing up for what is right?
I remember a lot. I just remember seeing him doing so much for the community. He was doing he was having like cookouts, barbecue shows, bringing the people together, having a good time, man, and showing that we could all come together and stand united without any negativity, you know. And I mean, I pretty much don't know too much about his past going back before I was you know, a teenager or whatever. But you know, as far as him being a political prisoner, I think he had a lot of power on the streets, and he was really a leader. And you know, they don't want to see black people empowering the community like that. You know, so they try to take that from him. And at this point in time right now, we need that to end, man. We need all our community leaders, all our positive role models to be out here with us, helping us move forward as a nation.
That's right. You know, they talk about the coffee being too black, too strong. Maybe that's one of the reasons why they did not let him speak. Because from what I understood, he was very articulate, and he knew how to say what he needed to say. Is that true?
Yes, he always told me to stay out of trouble and make sure I'm doing the right thing. Like I said, he wanted to see me doing good. Righteousness, that's what he was all about.
So my last question to you, because I know you want to continue to network with everybody, is if you had an opportunity to talk to President Obama or the senator or anybody that could pardon him and release him, what would you tell him about your role model, about your mentor?
I would say President Obama, as a black man, growing up in a black community, you know how hard it is for us to survive out here on these streets. You know that we all trying to make it. We living in a country where we barely got any opportunities. So when you see a brother like Preme trying to provide those opportunities for us, you should allow him to get that chance. I think he should be pardoned because at the end of the day, there's no reason to hold him. He's innocent from anything they saying he done.
Like we said, no more people of color being victims of injustice. It's now time to put us in justice. Give us our just right. Allow this man to speak his case, and you'll see that the truth will prevail.